Hi everyone. I hope you all are great. Today we will have subject and object pronouns. First, you have to log in using the aplusstudent.com. Click on your name, move on to language at the grade 6. Chapter subject and verb pronoun and object pronouns. Lesson will be choose between subject and object pronouns, compound subject and objects with I and me. Alright, so we'll start now. Okay, so you can use a subject pronoun as the subject of a sentence or clause. It tells who is doing something and it is usually at the beginning of the sentence. So, subject pronoun is at the beginning of the sentence and it tells who is doing something. You can also use an object pronoun after a linking verb like am, is, are, was, were, or be. The subject pronoun are I, you, he, she, it, we, and then they. So after finishing the experiment, I showed my teacher the results. So the subject pronoun I is the subject of the sentence. Yes, it was she who won first place. Now the subject pronoun she is used as a linking verb was. Okay, so it can be used as a linking verb, or it can be used after a linking verb, or it can be used as the subject of the sentence. So you can also use object pronoun after an action verb. You can also use an object pronoun after a preposition like at, for, of, on, to, or with. The object pronoun me, you, him, her, it, us, and them come after that. Okay? So these are our common object pronouns. After finishing the experiment, my teacher showed me the results. So the object pronoun me is used after an action verb should. The teacher showed the result to me and it is used after the preposition to. Okay? All right, let's look at some examples. Okay, just know that the subject pronoun is at the beginning. It starts the sentence, and then the subject pronoun starts the sentence, and the object pronoun is usually in between the sentence or comes after preposition. So select the correct pronoun to complete the sentence. Our favorite author gave Dash autograph copy of his best-selling novel to give us. Okay, everyone in the history class had read the document except for him. Object pronoun. So while the Harringtons are traveling, Dash have asked Molly to care for their dog, Day. And that will be what? Subject. Okay, let's go to the test. So select the correct pronoun to complete the sentence. Is Mika going to the comic book convention without me or I? All right, so we have without me, object pronoun. Our favorite author gave Dash autographed copies of his best-selling novel, Us or We. All right, so give us. Everyone in the history class had read the document except for he or him. Except for him. So while the Harringtons are traveling, Dash have asked Molly to care for their dog. They or them. Okay, so they have asked Molly to care for their dog. Are you absolutely certain that it was Dash, she or her? All right, that it was her or she, rather she. So when we gave Sancho a comic book for his birthday, he thanked we or thanked us. Okay, so he thanked us. That visited several cathedrals and museums while in Toronto. I owe me. Okay, so I visited several cathedrals and museums while in Toronto. Everyone in the history class had read the document except for him or he. Okay, so except for him. While the Allisons are traveling, Dash have asked Dakota to care for the dog. They or them. Okay, so day. Alright, that's it for the first lesson. We'll move on to the next lesson. Complete this one if you haven't done it, okay? So compound subjects and objects with I and me. Okay, so we have I is a subject pronoun. You can use it as the subject of a sentence or clause, and it tells that the speaker is doing something, and it is usually at the beginning. So after finishing the experiment, I showed my teacher the results. So the subject pronoun I is the subject of the sentence. Now, me is an object pronoun. You can use it after an action verb, and you can also use it after a preposition, like art, for, of, to, with. Then, after finishing the experiment, my teacher showed me the result. The object pronoun me is used after the action verb showed. Okay, my teacher showed the result to me. The object pronoun me is used after preposition to. Okay. All right, when a pronoun is connected with a noun with the word and, like Rick and I or Rick and me, it can be very hard to tell which pronoun is correct. So, to tell which one is correct, you have to look at the sentence without the other noun. So, if you have Rick and I discuss the result with the teacher, you have to take away the now and say I discussed the result with the teacher, and you can say that I work, so I can be used there. And then the teacher discussed the result with Rick and me, so you take away the now and then you see that it becomes the teacher discussed the result with me. So me is used after the preposition with. Okay. So we also have during the storm, my dog and Dash search shelter in the parking garage. So you have to select the correct pronoun to complete the sentence. So what would that be? And I, my dog and I. So if you say during the storm I sought shelter, it's still gonna make sense. Okay. Mr. Goodwill offered Travis and Dash some cookie when we arrived. Is it gonna be me or I? Me. Okay. So you're gonna say what? Mr. Goodwin offered me some coffee when we arrived. So if you just say me, then it's correct. You cannot say offered I. Keenan and Dash agree that the black dress looks best on you. So Keenan and me or Keenan and I. So you have to look at the best subject that will be suitable. So if you say, I agree that the black dress looks best on you, it makes sense. But if you say, me agree, then that's incorrect. So you have to make sure you choose the right pronoun that goes with the noun, that even when you remove the noun, the pronoun still goes. Okay? So select the correct pronoun to complete the sentence. During the storm, my dog and Dash sought shelter in the parking garage. I and or me, which of them? Okay, so my dog and I. The stray cat fled from Bobby and Dash. From Bobby and I or me. So Bobby and me. The nurse and Dash laughed. The nurse and Dash laughed at the doctor's joke. I and or me, which of them? All right, so the nurse and I. Quan and Dash agreed that the black dress looks great on you. And I or me. Okay, I. Tim often confides in my husband and Dash about his problem, and I or me. Okay, so and me? Mika swam under my sister and Dash as we floated in the pool. Me or I? Alright, so me. So after this concert, Kira and Dash plan to go out for ice cream. Me or I? Okay, so I plan, so you can say I. During the storm, my dog and Dash sought shelter in their parking garage. Me, oh, I. Okay, so my dog and I sought shelter in the parking garage. The nurse and Dash laughed at the doctor's joke. Me or I? Alright, so we have I. So that's it for our lesson on the subject and objects pronouns. Can you tell me if you have any questions? Hi, since we have no questions, so we will end up here. Try to complete this lesson if you haven't done it. See you all again next time. Bye, everyone.